Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss MOF paper solution for class 10th, which was held on 26th of October 2025, part first, that is physics. So let's start the solution with question number first. So in question number first, we have figure show a ray of light as it travels from medium A to medium B. Refractive index of the medium B relative to medium A. So we are going to use Snell's law. So mu of A sin I equal to mu of B sin R. So mu of B by mu of A equal to sin I by sin R. Sin I is sin 60 degree and sin R is 45 degree. So sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2, sin 45 degree, that is 1 by root 2. This is cancelled by root 2 times, so root 3 by root 2. So our correct option is option A, root 3 by root 2. Move to the next question, that is question number 2. So in question number 2, an object is placed 10 centimeter from a convex lens. So u is equal to minus 10 centimeter, whose focal length is 15 centimeter and the focal length is positive because it is convex lens. What will be the nature of image and the approximate position formed? Use the lens formula. Okay, what is lens formula? 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus of 1 by u. 1 by f, 1 by 15, 1 by v plus 1 by 10. So 1 by 15 minus 1 by 10 equal to 1 by v, 13 minus 2, sorry, plus 2 minus 3, 1 by v, so minus 1 by 30, so v equal to minus 30. So our correct answer will be option B, virtual 30 centimeter from the lens. Move to the next question, question number 3. Question number 3 is based on match the column. So P is ammeter. Ammeter is used to measure current in the circuit. So 2. Resistor is convert electric energy into heat. So Q is first. Resistivity is intrinsic property of a material to oppose flow of current. So R is matched with 4. Voltmeter, what is voltmeter? Used to measure potential difference. So S is matched with 3. So our correct sequence will be 2, 1, 4, 3. So in option number D we have 2, 1, 4, 3. So our correct answer will be option D for question number 3. Let's move to the next question, that is question number 4. So question number 4 says alpha particle enters a uniform magnetic field as shown. The direction of the force experienced by the alpha particle is. So if we have to find the direction of force in a current carrying conductor, so we will use Fleming's left hand rule. So according to Fleming's left hand rule, the thumb is represent the direction of force, forefinger represent the direction of magnetic field, and the middle finger represent the direction of current. So this is the direction of current, this is the direction of magnetic field. So according to Fleming's left hand rule, the direction of force will be out of the page. So our correct answer will be option number D. In question number 5, we have 4 identical resistance each of 12 ohm are connected in series to form a sequence ABCD. ABCD. Okay, as shown in the figure. The resistance of the network between 2 points A first and second. Okay, first we know that from this point the current is divided into 2 directions. So these 3 resistors are in series. So 12 plus 12 plus 12 becomes 36 ohm, and this 36 ohm is parallel with 12 ohm. So equivalent resistance will be 1 by 36 plus 1 by 12. So R equivalent equal to 36 into 12 upon 36 plus 12. So correct answer will be 9 ohm. So option C will be the correct answer for question number 5. Move to the next question, that is question number 6. So in question number 6, which is based on assertion and reason, a convex lens always forms a virtual and enlarged image when the object is placed within its focal length. Within its focal length. True. The ray diverges after refraction through a convex lens. No, this is false. So our correct answer will be option C. Assertion is true and reason is false. Move to the next question, that is question number 7 and 8. Both are based on same paragraph. So paragraph is, during a science exhibition, students demonstrate a setup using a battery, 2 bulbs and a switch. The bulbs were connected in parallel and they explained that this allows each bulb to function independently. One of the judge asked what would be happen if one bulb is fused. One bulb is fused. The students explained that the other bulb would still glow, okay, with full brightness because the path of the current remains unaffected. They also describe how each component gets equal voltage and total current depends on the combined resistance of all branches. This kind of setup mimics how electric appliances are connected in household to ensure flexibility and safety. So this is the paragraph. So in question number 7, we have, what ensure that the second bulb continues to glow if the first bulb gets fused in parallel circuit? So in question number 7, the correct answer will be option number C. Independent paths are available for current flow. Move to the next question, that is question number 8. So in question number 8, what is the effect of parallel connection on total current drawn from the battery? We know that I is inversely proportional to R. If the current is increases, then resistance is decreases, and the resistance is decreases, current is increases. So the correct answer will be option A. It increases as the total resistance decreases. Move to the next question, that is question number 9. The question number 9 is based on assertion and reason. So assertion is, in a series circuit, the voltage across each resistance may be same. Yes, may be same. True. Because in a series circuit, current remains constant across all the components. True, but not a correct explanation for assertion. So our correct answer will be B option. Both assertion and reason are true, but R is not correct explanation for A. Move to the last question, that is question number 10. Sequence based question. The correct steps in drawing a ray diagram for locating an image formed by a concave mirror when the object is beyond the center of curvature. Okay, this is concave mirror, P, F, C, and beyond C we have placed an object AB. First we are going to draw a parallel line to principal axis, and after reflection it passes through focus. Okay, this is the sequence first. So R will be the first. In second, draw a ray passing through the focus and reflected parallel to the principal axis. This is second sequence. After that we mark the intersection point. This is third sequence. And finally we join the line to principal axis perpendicular to the principal axis to intersection point. So this will be the image. So correct sequence will be R is first, Q is second, P is third, and S is fourth. So D will be the correct answer of question number 10. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss part 2 chemistry for class 10th. Let's discuss with the questions. Samples of 4 metals P, Q, R, S were taken and added to the following solutions one by one. The results obtained have been tabulated as follows, and there is the table in which the reaction are given. Arrange all metals and find the correct decreasing order of their reactivity. Now let's discuss the table, and in this table there are PQRS 4 metals and the 4 solution, that is silver nitrate, copper sulfate, zinc sulfate and iron sulfate. Now, if we arrange these 4 metals which are present in salt, then the highly reactive metal is zinc, after this iron, then copper, and at last silver is there. This is the decreasing order of the metals. Now let's check this P metal displacement is seen with copper sulfate solution, means P can displace copper ions from its solution in copper metal. So P is taken before copper and P can't displace iron from iron sulfate, so P can be taken in between iron and copper. Now Q can't displace ZnSO4, means zinc metal, but can displace iron from FeSO4. So Q can be taken in between zinc and iron. Now R can displace silver but can't displace copper, zinc and iron, so R can be taken before silver and after all these metals. So R can be taken in this position, and about S, there is no any reaction with any salt, so S can be taken at last of all these metals. Now let's check the option. Option A, zinc, Q, iron, P, copper, S, silver, R. This is wrong. B, zinc, P, iron, Q, copper, R, silver, S. Again it is wrong. C is zinc, Q, iron, S, copper, P, silver, R. This is again wrong. Now option D, zinc, Q, iron, P, copper, R, silver, S. Yes, this is the perfect decreasing order of these metals. So the correct answer is option D. Now the next question is, which of the following statement is correct? The first statement is, pH of a substance or solution depends on the concentration of OH minus ions. Yes, this is correct. Second, buffers are substances that resist changes in pH. Yes, buffers prevents the change of pH. So, this is again correct. If a solution contains pH 4, then it gives yellow-orange color with universal indicator. Yes, this is again correct because the pH 4 is a weak acid. 4. Calcium hydroxyapatite is a crystalline form of Ca3PO4 whole twice, means calcium phosphate. This is again the correct statement. So let's check the options. Option A, first, second and fourth. No, there is third also correct. B, first, third and fourth, no. C, first, second, third and fourth, yes. All statements are correct, so option C will be the correct option. D, third and fourth, no, this is wrong. So the correct answer is option C. Now the next question is match the column, and column 1 has P. Its solution contains three types of ions. Q, complex salt used in metallurgy. R, neutral salt used to remove bubbles from molten glass. S, calamine used to relieve insect bites. Now column second, first Na2SO4.10H2O, second FeSO4.NH4 whole twice SO4.6H2O, third nickel carbonyl NiCO whole 4, 4 zinc carbonate. Now let's match the columns. First, its solution contains three types of ions. Yes, we know that more salt, this is a double salt, it has three types of ions: iron plus 2, ammonium plus 1 and sulfate minus 2. So, P matches with second. Complex salt used in metallurgy, and this matches with nickel carbonyl, as nickel carbonyl is used in molds process to refine, to extract nickel. So complex salt Q is relate with third. R, neutral salt used to remove bubbles from molten glass, this resemble with the first. R is resemble with first, that is sodium sulfate decahydrate. Calamine used to relieve insect bite, and this is match with 4, this is zinc carbonate. Now let's take the options. Option A 1, 2, 3, 4, this is wrong. Option B 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, this is correct. Option C 3, 1, 4, 2, no, this is wrong. Option D 2, 1, 4, 3, this is again wrong. So the answer is option B. Now the next question is, Kapil, a class 10th student, studied the reaction between a carbonate and an acid in the lab. His results are shown in the given graph. Which of the following experimental conditions did he use? Let's see the graph. According to graph, we can see that in experiment 1, the volume of gas is produced more as compared to experiment 2. Let's discuss the options. Option A, experiment 1, excess acid 10 gram carbonate 40 degrees Celsius. Experiment 2, excess acid 10 gram carbonate 80 degree Celsius. And in these experiments, the amount of acid and carbonate are taken same, but temperature is differed. So the amount of gas produced will be same, but the rate of reaction is greater in experiment 2. So this is not matched according to graph. B, experiment 1, excess acid 4 gram carbonate. Experiment 2, excess acid 2 gram carbonate. And in these cases, the amount of acid is taken in excess, but the amount of carbonate taken more in experiment 1. So the volume of gas produced is also will be more in experiment 1 as compared to experiment 2. So this is perfectly matched with the graph and can be the correct answer. Let's discuss option C and D. Experiment 1, 200 centimeter cube of 0.5 mole per decimeter cube acid, excess carbonate, experiment 2, 100 centimeter cube of 1 mole per decimeter cube acid excess carbonate, and in these cases the carbonate concentration is taken same for the both experiment, but the amount of acid means the concentration of acid can be changed. Let's check. For experiment 1, we should first change the volume 200 centimeter cube in decimeter cube, and for this 200 is divided by 1000, so we get 0.2 decimeter cube. Now the moles of acid can be calculated by multiplying given concentration to the volume in decimeter cube, and we get 0.1 mole. Now for the experiment 2, same process will be done. 100 divided by 1000, so we get 0.1 decimeter cube volume, and moles of acid can be calculated by multiplying given concentration with volume, and we get 0.1 moles. And as we find the amount of acid is same here, so in both these case the amount of means volume of gas is produced will be also same in experiment 1 and 2 both. So this is also can't resemble with the graph. Now experiment 1, 150 centimeter cube of 0.1 mole per decimeter cube acid and excess carbonate. Experiment 2, 50 centimeter cube of 0.5 mole per decimeter cube acid and excess carbonate, and in these cases the carbonate taken same in amount, but the amount of acid can be calculated by the same process in which 150 is divided by 1000, so we get 0.15 decimeter cube. Now moles of acid can be calculated by multiplying 0.1 into 0.15, so we get 0.015 moles. Now for experiment 2, 50 divided by 1000, then 0.05 decimeter cube is the volume, and the moles of acid will be calculated by concentration 0.5 multiply by 0.05, and it is equal to 0.025 moles. And as we can see that in experiment 2 the moles of acid is more than experiment 1, so it is seen that the volume of gas will be more in experiment 2, and that is not true according to graph. So the answer B is correct for this case. Now the next question is, in the reaction Cl2 plus 2OH minus gives us Cl minus plus ClO minus plus H2O. How does the oxidation state of chlorine change? Let's discuss. As here Cl2 is an elementing form, so has zero oxidation state, and in Cl minus it has -1, and ClO minus it has +1. Now the oxidation state of chlorine will change 0 to -1 and 0 to +1. Let's discuss the options. Option A, 0 2 minus 1 and plus 1. Yes, this is correct. B, minus 1 to 0 and plus 1. No, this is wrong. C, 0 to minus 2 and plus 2. No, this is again wrong. D, minus 1 to plus 1 and plus 5. No, it is again wrong. So the correct option is option A. Now, the next question is assertion. Sulfur dioxide gas does not change the color of dry litmus paper. Yes, this is the true statement, as we know that sulfur dioxide does not produce any H plus ion or does not form acid in the absence of water. So this is the true statement. Reason: in the absence of water, SO2 gas does not release H plus ions. Yes, this is again true and correct. Explain the assertion. Let's discuss the option. Option A, both assertion and reason are true and reason is a correct explanation of assertion. Yes, this is perfectly true, means correct option for the question. Let's discuss the next question. This is paragraph based. When a chemical reaction takes place, several observable changes can be seen, like change in color, evolution of gas, a change in temperature, either releasing heat exothermic or absorbing it endothermic. In some reactions, an insoluble solid called a precipitate forms. Additionally, emission of light or sound may occur. Sometimes a new smell may develop, especially in case like food spoilage due to chemical changes. Let's discuss the options. Question 17 is formation of N2O in laboratory by NH4NO3 is a type of reaction. Laboratory preparation of nitrous oxide is given in this diagram, and as we see that ammonium nitrate on heating gives dinitrogen oxide, this is nitrous oxide plus H2O. Let's discuss. This is the thermal decomposition reaction. So option A, combustion, this is wrong. B, decomposition, this is correct. C, combination, this is wrong. D, displacement, this is again wrong. So the correct option is B. Now the next question is, here H2SO4 plus aluminium gives alpha and beta, and alpha reacted with barium chloride to give delta and omega. Here white PPT of delta is seen. Beta reacted with nitrogen, then give X. Again here H2SO4 reacted with copper, then gamma is formed. Identify alpha, beta, gamma, delta, omega and X from the above reactions. Let's discuss. When sulfuric acid is reacted with aluminium metal, then Al2SO4 whole thrice is formed plus hydrogen gas is evolved because aluminium is a metal. Now this hydrogen react with nitrogen, then ammonia is produced, and alpha, that means aluminium sulfate, reacted with barium chloride, then BaSO4 plus aluminium chloride is formed, and barium sulfate is white PPT. And in this case, when H2SO4 is mixed with copper metal, then there is no reaction, as copper is less reactive than hydrogen. So alpha equal to aluminium sulfate, beta equal to hydrogen gas, X equal to ammonia, delta is BaSO4, omega is aluminium chloride, and gamma equal to no reaction. Let's discuss the option. Option A, alpha Al2SO4, this is not the correct formula for aluminum sulfate. Beta is hydrogen, gamma is copper sulfate, again it is not true. Delta BaSO4, omega AlCl3 and X NH3. So option A is not correct. B, alpha Al2SO4 whole thrice, beta water, this is not true. So option B is incorrect. C, alpha Al2SO4, again this is not the correct formula. Beta hydrogen, gamma COSO4, no. Gamma is no reaction, so it is again wrong. D, alpha Al2SO4 whole thrice, beta hydrogen, gamma no reaction, delta BaSO4, omega AlCl3 and X NH3. It is the correct option and correct answer for the question. Now the next question is, this is assertion reason type. An assertion is electrolytic decomposition of molten sodium chloride produces sodium metal at the cathode and chlorine gas at the anode. Yes, this is true. Let's discuss. When NaCl, that is molten in form, when electrolyzed, then at cathode metal is deposited, means sodium metal is deposited, and at anode Cl2 gas is produced. Now let's balance the reaction, and at cathode we can see that the cation sodium ions by taking electrons gives sodium metal, that is the reduction of sodium ion. Now at anode Cl minus, means chloride ions, releases electrons to form chlorine gas, and this is called oxidation. So the assertion is true. Now the reason is, during electrolysis cations are reduced at cathode and anions are oxidized at anode. Let's see. At cathode cations are reduced, at anode anions are oxidized. So the reason is also true and correctly explains the assertion. Now the option A, both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. This is the correct option for the question. Let's discuss the next question. This is sequence based. Choose the correct order of key chemical reactions in the Solvay process. Let's discuss what is the Solvay process. As we know, in Solvay process, when ammonia is passed in brine water, this is brine, then after passing CO2 we get sodium bicarbonate plus NH4Cl, and after filter sodium bicarbonate and heating we get sodium carbonate plus water plus CO2. Let's discuss what is the correct sequence. Sequence option A. Ammonia is dissolved in brine, CO2 is passed, Na2CO3 precipitate, filter and heating, ammonium carbonate is formed. No, this is wrong. B. Baking powder means NaSCO3 precipitates, filter and heating, ammonia is dissolved in brine, CO2 is bubbled, Na2CO3 is formed. No, this is wrong. C. Ammonia is dissolved in brine, CO2 is passed, NaSCO3 precipitates, filter and heating, Na2CO3 is formed. Yes, this is the perfect sequence for the Solvay process. D. First CO2 is bubbled, ammonia is dissolved in brine, Na2CO3 formed, filter and heating, NaSCO3 precipitates. Again, this is the wrong. So the correct option is option C, and this is the last question of part 2 chemistry. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix YouTube channel. If any student have any type of query or doubt in the answer key provided to you for Matrix Olympiad paper solutions, यानी कि अगर किसी विद्यार्थी को लगता है कि उसको जो आंसर की मैट्रिक्स ओलंपियाड पेपर की दी गई है या वीडियो सॉल्यूशंस में उसको डाउट लगता है कि इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर ये नहीं होना चाहिए था, कुछ और होना चाहिए था, तो इस स्थिति में आप अपनी क्वेरी को कुछ इस तरीके से हम तक पहुंचा सकते हैं। सबसे पहले आप मैट्रिक्स ओलंपियाड की वेबसाइट पर लॉगिन कीजिए। जैसे ही आप अपनी आईडी पे लॉगिन करेंगे तो लॉगिन करने के बाद जैसा आप स्क्रीन पे देख पा रहे हैं, आपको यहां लेफ्ट साइड में एक ऑप्शन मिलेगा, दैट इज आस्क ओलंपियाड डाउट्स। जैसे ही आप इस टैब पर क्लिक करेंगे वैसे ही यहां पर ऑप्शन आ जाएगा। इधर ऑप्शन में एग्जाम नेम रहेगा, लास्ट में यहां क्वेश्चंस लिखा है, आप क्वेश्चन पे क्लिक करेंगे तो नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन पे यहां पर आपको सब्जेक्ट वाइज सारे क्वेश्चंस शो हो जाएंगे विद द करेक्ट आंसर। अब मान लीजिए आपको किसी क्वेश्चन की आंसर की में या आंसर पे डाउट है, आपको क्वेरी रेज करनी है, तो आप यहां पर राइट साइड में आस्क का डाउट बटन है, इस पर क्लिक करेंगे। जैसे ही आप इस पर क्लिक करेंगे तो यहां एक और विंडो ओपन हो जाएगा। इस विंडो में आप यहां पर उस क्वेश्चन को भी देख सकते हैं क्लिक करके, या फिर यहां पर आप जो भी आपको डाउट है वो यहां पर टाइप कर सकते हैं और जैसे ही आप सबमिट क्वेश्चन करेंगे ये क्वेरी हम तक पहुंच जाएगी, जिसका जवाब हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स बहुत जल्द आप तक पहुंचा देंगे, जिसको आप इसी आईडी पर लॉग इन करके देख सकते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Hello student, welcome to Matrix High School. Today we discuss about Matrix Olympiad paper solution for class 10th biology. Let's start. First question. Given below are the event of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photo mean light, synthesis means formation of food. Identify which of the following is or are not true. Not true. First, absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Absorption of light by chlorophyll. That is right. Conversion of light energy to chemical energy and splitting of carbon dioxide into carbohydrate and oxygen. That is wrong. Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate, that is right. Conversion of chemical energy to radiant energy and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen, that is wrong. So according to question, not true. Second and fourth in option D. Option D is right answer for this question. Next, read the given statement carefully and choose the option that correctly fill the maximum number of blank PQRST. PQRST, a process like inhalation, glomerular filtrate, transport, mix in statement. In P, organism make use of chemical energy to prepare their food. In photosynthesis. During inhalation, Q of the rib contract, pulling the rib and sternum R. It's mean during the inhalation process, rib cage upward and intercostal muscle work there, contract pulling. According to option Q is intercostal muscle and R is upward and intercostal muscle, that is right for Q and R. The transport of food from leaves to different part of plant is S. Ascent of sap. During the ascent of sap, transport of liquid material. But that is not true. Completely not true. About T liter of glomerular filtrate is formed by the both kidney in a day. 180 liter, that is right. For T, 180 liter. QRT, QRT in option B is right for this question. Q, intercostal muscle. R, upward, ribs and sternum upward. And T is 180 liter glomerular filtrate in per day. Next, match column first and second. Meiosis. Due to the meiosis, 2n cell convert into n, mean to say gamete formation. Meiosis match with a process of half number of chromosome. It's mean P relate with second, or second present in only in one option, option D. It's mean germ cell relate with likely motile or smaller 4, and zygote for 3 lead to re-establishment original chromosome number, because n sperm, n egg fuse form 2n, re-establishment. Female gamete contain sufficient store energy organism for development. That is right. So according to column first and second, option D is right. Next, the liquid which collect in the cavity of Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Concentrated urine? No. Blood plasma minus blood protein. It's mean in this case glomerular filtrate come into Bowman's capsule and then transfer into PCT. So option B is right. Blood plasma minus blood protein. Blood plasma and blood cells. Blood cells. In component of blood, blood plasma contain protein and other material. So blood plasma minus blood protein is a right option for this filtration in Bowman's capsule. Next, observe the given Venn diagram. It occur during favorable condition in euglena. It's mean this is a case of reproduction. So this is X. Type of asexual reproduction, X and Y. In amoeba, it occur in unfavorable condition. Unfavorable condition Y. Then Y in amoeba, unfavorable condition, mean to say multiple fission or spore formation in amoeba in unfavorable condition. In X, a number of daughter individual are formed. In Y, the nucleus of the parent body divide repeatedly. Y. Asexual reproduction. Y. This is nucleus of parent body divide repeatedly, because in amoeba unfavorable condition nucleus divide into many number and then covered by cytoplasm, and when present in favorable condition, these all tiny amoeba come outside from the parent body. So option B is correct for this question. X is process takes place in plasmodium under favorable condition, wrong. And Y is process which takes place plain area during the favorable condition, wrong. Next, assertion A and reason are: vegetative propagation allow plant to grow from body part like stem and leaves. Vegetative propagation increase genetic variation in plant. Vegetative propagation increase genetic variation? No, because vegetative part, root, leaf, and stem, these are participate in formation of new plantlet. New plantlet contain only somatic character, parental character, no variation found in plantlets. So reason is wrong. Assertion is true. Option C is correct for this question. Next, paragraph question. A gardener carefully observed the structure of hibiscus flower and noticed fine yellowish powder on the specific part of flower. These tiny grains are involved in the transfer of genetic material necessary for reproduction. It's mean a flower, a female part and male part, pollen grain, yellowish color, material necessary for the reproduction. It's mean pollen grain necessary for reproduction. At the center, flower just below the petal, there is a slightly swollen part, seem change after fertilization. First stigma, next style, next ovary. Ovary change after the fertilization into fruit. This part play an important role in supporting the formation of new structure. Inside the ovary, seed formed. Then it is the protective covering for seed. Once the process fertilize is complete, gradually transform, contribute to the next stage of plant reproductive cycle. It's when ovary convert into fruit and ovule convert into seed. Question from paragraph. Based on the gardener's observation, the most likely form of pollination occur in these hibiscus flower is cross pollination, self, wind pollination, and water pollination. According to observation, self pollination due to the presence of both reproductive part in the same flower, because male part and female part present in a flower. Cross pollination as evidenced by fruit formation? No. Wind pollination indicated by the yellowish powder? No. Water pollination? No. So, according to observation, B is the correct answer for this question. Next, the swollen central base observed by the gardener correspond to which part of the flower, and what is its fate after the fertilization? Swollen part, that is ovary, and ovary convert into fruit in future, and inside ovule convert into seed. The ovule which develop into new plant? No. Stigma which is developed into seed? No. Style which is developed into fruit? No. The ovary which is developed into fruit, that is right. Option D is right answer. Next, assertion A. Chyme is the acidic semi-liquid mass of food formed in stomach. We intake food particle, then transfer from esophagus to stomach, and stomach contain hydrochloric acid HCl that convert that food into complex to simple in paste form. That paste form called chyme, and chyme contain acidic semi-liquid mass. Bolus refer to the undigested food present in the small intestine. That is wrong, because bolus present in mouth. So, according to assertion and reason, assertion is right, reason is wrong. So, option C is right for this question. Next, sequence based. The following step describe the process of translocation in plant. Choose the correct sequence in which the translocation of food takes place in the phloem tissue. In the phloem tissue. First of all, water move into the phloem due to increase osmotic pressure. Sucrose is actively loaded into the sieve. First of all, formed after photosynthesis, sucrose actively load into the sieve tube using ATP. And next water move into phloem due to increased osmotic pressure into phloem. Then pressure build in the phloem and material move to sink tissue. Then sink tissue, because water generate a pressure in phloem, then this food material transfer into phloem tissue. Then next, sink tissue have lower pressure and draw material from source. And last, substances like amino acid, sugar reach growing part or storage organ. Mean to say Q, P, R, T, S is the right sequence for this question. Option C is right answer for this translocation. These are the odd solution for biology class 10th. For more update, subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to paper solution of class 10th mathematics. Our 31st question is, if sin x plus cos x equal to 7 upon 5 and 1 upon sin x plus 1 upon cos x equal to a upon b, if a comma b are positive integers and co-prime, then the value of a plus b is. Okay, so first of all, 1 upon sin x plus 1 upon cos x equal to a upon b. So cos x plus sin x upon sin x cos x equal to a upon b. Okay, so the value of cos x plus sin x equal to 7 upon 5, and we have to find the value of sin x into cos x. So sin x plus cos x equal to 7 upon 5, taking the square both sides, so you will get sin square x plus cos square x plus 2 sin x cos x equal to 49 upon 25. Sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1, so you will get 2 sin x cos x equal 49 minus 25, that is 24 upon 25, and when you will simplify, the sin x into cos x will be the 12 upon 25. So sin x plus cos x equal to 7 upon 5 into sin x into cos x will be the 12 upon 25. So we will multiply by 25 upon 12 equal to a upon b. After the simplify, you will get 35 upon 12 equal to a upon b. So here 35 and 12 are co-prime, so a equal to 35 or b equal to 12. So value of a plus b will be the 35 plus 12, option A 47. Next question, a quadratic polynomial has zeros alpha and beta such that alpha plus beta equal to 7 and alpha cube plus beta cube equal to 280. Follow the correct steps to find the polynomial. So हमें एक ऐसा polynomial find out करना है जिसके जीरोस अल्फा एंड बीटा हो. तो सबसे पहले आपके पास में यहाँ पर अल्फा प्लस बीटा और अल्फा क्यूब प्लस बीटा क्यूब की वैल्यू गिवन है. सो यहाँ पर हम अल्फा और बीटा वाले जीरोस वाले अगर पोलिनोमियल चाहिए, सो डेट विल बी द p of x equal to x square minus alpha plus beta of x plus alpha beta, है ना. So we have to find the value of alpha dot beta. For that आपके पास में alpha cube plus beta cube की value पता है, so you will use the identity alpha cube plus beta cube equal to alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta alpha plus beta. So first step will be the p, and after that you will put the value of alpha plus beta and alpha cube plus beta cube in this identity, so you will get the value of alpha dot beta. So second step will be the R. Third step, from here you will get the value of alpha dot beta, and you will substitute in the polynomial alpha square minus alpha plus beta of x plus alpha beta. So this will be the step 3, and after substituting the value of alpha dot beta and alpha plus beta, you will simplify and you will get the polynomial. So this one is the step 4. So our correct order is the PRQS. PRQS. Option B will be the correct answer. Question number 33. If angle of elevation of two towers from the middle point of the line joining the fits are 60 degree and 30 degree, then the ratio of their heights is. There are line from its midpoint. The angle of elevation of two towers is 60 degree and 30 degree. So if C is the middle point of AB, so it means if AC equal to x, then BC equal to also x, and the height assume h1 and h2. So h1 upon x equal to tan 60 degree, that is h1 upon x equal to root 3. So value of h1 equal to root 3x, and h2 upon x equal to tan 30 degree. So h2 upon x equal to 1 upon root 3, h2 equal to x upon root 3. So the ratio of h1 and h2 equal to root 3x upon 1 upon root 3x. So h1 upon h2 equal to 3 upon 1. So the ratio of h1 and h2 is 3:1. Option C will be the correct answer. Question number 34. A tower stands vertically on the ground from a point on the ground which is 50 meters away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is found to be 60 degree. Then the height of the tower is 15 root 3. A tower is 15 meters away from the ground. Okay, and the angle of the elevation is 60 degree. Then height of the tower, let assume height of the tower h, then h upon 15 equal to tan 60. So value of tan 60 is root 3. So h will be the 15 root 3. Yes, so height of the tower is 15 root 3 meter. Acceleration is true. And reason, in triangle ABC, right angle at B, just assume right angle at B, and this one is A and this C. Tan 60 equal to AB upon BC, perpendicular upon base. So equal to tan 60 will be the root 3, and AB equal to h, BC equal to 15. So h equal to 15 root 3 meter. This one is the correct explanation and reason. So we will see both acceleration and reason are true, and reason is correct explanation of acceleration. So option A will be the correct answer. Question number 35. In the given figure, BD upon CD equal to 3 upon 4. So BD upon CD 3 upon 4, and AE equal to 6 BE. So let assume B equal to 1. So AE will be the 6. Now find the value of CF upon AF. So what we will do? We will draw a line from B parallel to DF and intersect at AC on point M. Okay. So in triangle AEF, BM parallel to EF. So the ratio of AE upon BE equal to AF upon MF. So AE 6 upon 1 equal to AF upon MF. So value of MF will be the AF upon 6. Okay. Now in triangle BCM, in triangle BCM, BD upon CD equal to MF upon CF. So BD upon CD, that is 3 upon 4. Value of MF will be the AF upon 6 upon CF. So AF upon CF will be the 6 into 3 upon 4 equal to AF upon CF. So this will be the 9 upon 2. So ratio of AF upon CF AF and CF will be the 9 upon 2. So that is we were asked CF upon AF. So CF upon AF will be the 2 upon 9. Option A will be the correct answer. Question number 36. Which of the following statement is true or false? First, the quadratic equation x square plus kx plus 4 will have real and distinct 0 if and only if mod of k is greater than 4. For the real and distinct root, discriminant should be greater than 0. So here discriminant will be the k square minus 4 into value of a is 1 and c is 4. So should be greater than 0. So k square is greater than 16. So value of k, mod of k is greater than 4. So this one is true. Second one, if the coefficients of quadratic equation are real and one root is 2 plus 3 iota, where iota equal to root of minus 1, then the other root must be 2 minus 3 iota. Okay. What is the root of the quadratic equation? X equal to minus b upon 2a plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. If a, b, c are real number, okay, so it means this one part is always real, but this may be the complex or imaginary. So the value of this one is here is 3 iota. So when we will put plus, maybe it is 3 iota. So when we will replace the sign by minus, that will be the minus 3 iota. Okay, so definitely other root will be the 2 minus 3 iota. So second one is also true. Third one, if the product of the roots of the quadratic equation is negative, then its root are necessarily real and distinct. Okay, so just assume the roots are alpha and beta, so the product of roots is negative. Okay, now here x square plus bx plus c, so alpha plus dot beta represent c upon a. It means if this one is negative, so value sign of the c and a is also negative. When we find the discriminant b square minus 4ac, if a and c both have different sign, so value of minus 4ac will be the positive, and b, if it is negative or positive, b square will be the positive. It means the discriminant will be the positive, and if discriminant is positive, then roots are always real and they have the different sign. It means one root is positive and other one is negative. So आपके पास में real और distinct होंगे. So this one is also true. Fourth one, for any quadratic equation x square plus px plus q equal to 0 with roots alpha and beta, if p not equal to 0 and q not equal to 0, then 1 upon alpha square minus 1 upon beta square equal to plus minus root p square minus 4q upon q. Okay, so from here, if alpha and beta are roots, then alpha plus beta will be the minus p, and alpha dot beta will be q, minus b upon a and c upon a respectively. So now 1 upon alpha square minus 1 upon beta square, 1 upon alpha square minus 1 upon beta square will be the beta square minus alpha square upon alpha dot beta whole square. So beta square minus alpha square can be written as beta minus alpha and alpha minus alpha plus beta upon alpha dot beta whole square. So you can write minus of alpha minus beta and alpha plus beta upon alpha beta whole square. So if alpha plus beta is given, alpha dot beta is given, we have to find the value of only alpha minus beta and we will substitute here. So you know that alpha plus beta whole square minus alpha minus beta whole square equal to 4 alpha beta. Okay, so what is the value of alpha plus beta? Minus p. So minus p square will be the p square minus alpha minus beta whole square equal to 4 into alpha dot beta, that is q. So alpha minus beta whole square will be the p square minus 4q. So alpha minus beta will be the plus minus root p square minus 4q. So when you will substitute here, you will get minus of plus minus root p square minus 4q into alpha plus beta minus p upon alpha dot beta whole square, alpha dot beta equal to q. that is will be the alpha dot beta square will be the q square. So you will get plus minus p square minus 4q into p upon q square. So but here it is not matching, so this one is false. So our correct answer is TTTF. TTTF, option C will be the correct answer. Question number 37. If sin theta equal P and cos theta equal Q, then find value of P minus 2P cube upon 2Q cube minus Q. So when you take common P from numerator, you will get 1 minus 2P square, and when you take Q common from denominator, you will get 2Q square minus 1. So substitute 1 will be the sin square theta plus cos square theta minus 2p square, that is 2 sin square theta upon q. Sin square 2 q square means 2 cos square theta minus value of 1 will be the sin square theta plus cos square theta, and p and q will be the sin theta upon cos theta, that is tan theta, and this is cos square theta minus sin square theta, and this one is also cos square theta minus sin square theta, so they will cancel out and you will get tan theta into 1, that is tan theta. So value of this one will be the option D, tan theta. Question number 38. Paragraph 4, question number 38. N is a 4-digit number such that when divided by 7, 11 and 13, it leaves same remainder in each time. It is also known that n is divisible by 1001 can be expressed in the form n equal to 1001 k plus r, where r is from 0 and less than 1001 and k comma r belongs to natural number. N is the smallest 4-digit number with this property and also divisible by 1001, what is the value of n? So 4-digit smallest number that is completely divisible by 1001. So this one is 1-digit number, this one is 5-digit number. Only 1001 will be the divisible by 1001, and when you divide 1111, you will get some remainder. So this one is not the correct. So smallest 4-digit number that will divide by 1001 will be the 1001 itself. So option B will be the correct answer. Next, question number 39. If n is the largest 4-digit number with this property and is also divisible by 1001, what is the value of n? Okay, by the way, largest 4-digit number is 9999, and when you write with this property, so n equal to 9999, so you can write 9999 equal to 1001 into 9 equal to plus 990. Okay, so if you want to find which number is divisible by 1001, you have to subtract the remainder. So when you subtract 990 from 9999, you will get 9009. Okay, so correct answer is option D, 9009. Our next question number 40, match column first with column second P if the point x comma y, is equidistant from 3, 4 and 5, 2, then the relationship between x and y is, so the relation will be the 5 minus 3 into x plus 2 minus 4 into y equal 5 square plus 2 square minus 3 square plus 4 square upon 2, that is 2x minus 2y equal 4 upon 2, that is 2, that is x minus y equal 1. So P is correct column is second one. Q, if the point 1, 1, 2, 3 and k, 5 form an isosceles triangle with the vertex 1, 1 being the common vertex of equal sides, then k equals. So there is an isosceles triangle in which 1, 1 is the common vertex of the equal sides, and other vertex are 2, 3 and k, 5. So if a b equal to a c, then the relationship between their vertex will be the k minus 2 into 1 plus 5 minus 3 into 1 equal k square plus 25 minus 2 square plus 3 square upon 2. So that will be the k minus 2 plus 2 equal k square plus 25 minus 13, that is 12 upon 2. So that will be the 2k equal k square plus 12, that means k square minus 2k plus 12 equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation, but here the discriminant d equal b square minus 4ac, that is negative. So there no real value of k exists, so we will say k equals no real value. So P's correct answer is first one. Next are the point P minus 1, y divides the line segment joining point A 3, 5 and B minus 5, minus 3 in some ratio, then y equals. Okay, if P minus 1, y divides the line segment joining the point A 3, 5 and B minus 5, minus 3, then we have to find the value of y. So first of all we will find the ratio, and the ratio will be the m1 upon m2 equal 3 plus 1 upon minus 1 plus 5, that is 4 upon 4. It means 1 ratio 1. It means P is the midpoint of AB. Now for the value of y, so y will be the 5 plus of minus 3 upon 2, because P is the midpoint of AB, so y will be the 1. So R's correct option is third one. And S, the coordinate of the vertex of the rhombus are 0, 3, 4, 0. Vertices of rhombus are 0, 3, 4, 0, 0, minus 3 and minus 4, 0. And its area is, so what is the area of the rhombus? Half of the product of its diagonal. So first of all, the length of the diagonal AC will be the 6 unit and BD will be the 8 unit. So area will be the half of 6 into 8, that is 24 square unit. So the as correct answer is 24. So our correct code is 2134. 2134. Option D will be the correct answer. Next, question number 41. If x cube equal a plus 1 and x plus b upon x equal to a, then x equals. Okay, so x cube equal to a plus 1 and x plus b upon x equal to a. From here, after taking the LCM, you will have x square plus b equal to ax. So x square equal to ax minus b. Okay, mark as equation 1, and you can write x cube as x into x square equal a plus 1. So put the value of x square, that is ax minus b. Ax minus b equal to a plus 1. So you will have ax square minus bx equal a plus 1. Again put the value of x square equal to ax minus b. So a into ax minus b minus bx equal to a plus 1. After simplifying, you will have a square x minus ab minus bx equal to a plus 1. So take the common x from here. So you will get x a square minus b, and after sending ab in the RHS, you will have ab plus a plus 1. So value of x equal to ab plus a plus 1 upon a square minus b. So it match the option third, ab plus a plus 1 upon a square minus b. Next question number 42. If sin theta plus cos theta equal to 5 upon 4, find the value of sin raised to power 4 theta plus cos raised to power 4 theta. Which list shows the steps in correct order? Okay. So first of all, we have to find the value of sin raised to power 4 theta plus cos raised to power 4 theta. So our correct order will be we will use the identity sin raised to power 4 theta plus cos raised to power 4 theta equal to sin square theta plus cos square theta whole square minus 2 sin square theta cos square theta. That is x square plus y square equal to x plus y whole square minus 2xy. Okay. After that, we will square this one on the both side, and you will have sin theta plus cos theta whole square equal to sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 2 sin theta cos theta equal to 25 upon 16. So first step is R, second step is Q. Now you will use the identity here and you will get the value of 2 sin theta cos theta for putting here. So use the identity and find sin theta cos theta in this one. So this one is the third step. After substituting value in R, you will get the solution. So this one is the fourth step. So our correct order is RQPS. RQPS. Option C will be the correct answer. Question number 43. If x plus 3y equal 100, where x and y are positive integers, the numbers of pairs satisfying the equation is. So you can write x equal to 100 minus 3y. When you substitute the value of y from y equal to 1, y equal to 2, y equal to 3, so till from 1 to 33 you will get the positive value, and after putting y equal to 34 you will get the negative value. So the number of pairs of y will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 33, and till that you will get the value of x positive integer. So number of pair will be the 33, but none of these option is there. So option D will be the correct answer. Next question number 44. Assertion: the graph of the polynomial px is given in the figure, then the number of zeros of px is 3. It is saying that there is 3 number of zeros, but here you can say it intersect x-axis at 2 distinct points. So 2 real zeros are there. So and it is the parabola. So it's from a quadratic polynomial. So the assertion is false. And reason: if alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial, then alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a and alpha dot beta equal to c by a. Yes, reason is true. So our correct answer is assertion is false but reason is true. Option D will be the correct answer. Next question number 45. Dheeraj has twice as many sisters as he has brothers. If Deepa, Dheeraj's sister, has the same number of brothers as she has sisters, then Deepa has how many brothers? Just assume number of boys are x and number of girls are y. So Dheeraj has twice as many sisters as he has brothers. X boys are there. So Dheeraj has x minus 1 brother. And number of sisters are twice as his brother. So twice of x minus 1 equal to y. If Dheeraj's sister Deepa has same number of brothers, it means number of brothers equal x, age same number of sisters, that is y minus 1. Number of sisters Deepa has, that y minus 1. So from here we have to find the how many brothers means number of boys we have to find. So y equal to x plus 1. So when you substitute here, you will get 2 into x minus 1 equal x plus 1. So 2x minus 2 equal to x plus 1. After simplifying, you will have x equal 3. So number of boys are 3. It means Deepa has 3 brothers, and option D will be the correct answer. Next question number 46. Which of the following statement is true or false? First, the system of linear equations has a unique solution for all real values of k except k equals 6 and k equal minus 6. For unique solution a1 upon a2 not equal to b1 upon b2. So k upon 12 not equal 3 upon k. So you will have k squared not equal 36. It means k not equal plus minus 6. It means first one is true. Second one, if a system of two linear equation in two variable has no solution, it means the line represented by the equation are coincident. For no solutions, lines are parallel, not coincident. So second one is false. Third one, for the system of equations, there is no real value of m for which the system has infinitely many solutions. For infinitely many solutions, a1 upon a2 equal b1 upon b2 equal c1 upon c2. So you will have 2 upon m minus 1 equal 3 upon m plus 1 equal 7 upon 5. Okay. So now when you compare, put these equal, so you will have 10 equal 7m minus 7. So you will have m equal 17 upon 7, and in other case you will have 7m plus 7 equal 15, 7m equal to 15 minus 7, 8m equal to 8 upon 7. So यहाँ पर आपके पास में कोई भी ऐसी वैल्यू नहीं है जो इन दोनों केसेस में कॉमन हो. सो नो वैल्यू एग्जिस्ट. इट मीन्स दिस वन इज ट्रू. Fourth one, the graph of a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal 0 passes through the origin, and the graph of another one also passes through origin. Then the system always has infinitely many solutions. If two equations are passing through the origin, it means they may be intersecting or they may be कोइंसिडेंट. बट ये जरूर नहीं है कि आपके पास में हर केस के अंदर वो आपके पास में कोइंसिडेंट होंगी. तो इसका मतलब इनफाइनाइटली मेनी सॉल्यूशन जरूर नहीं है, यूनिक सॉल्यूशंस भी हो सकता है. सो इट मींस दिस वन इज फॉल्स. सो आवर करेक्ट आंसर इज TF ऑप्शन ए will be the right answer. Question number 47. If n be the set of natural number partitioned in groups S1 equal 1, S2 equal 2, 3, S3 equal 4, 5, 6, it means the sum of the numbers in S50 is. So first of all we have to check how many numbers are there, till how many numbers are there in S49. So in S49 when you check the last number is sum of the first and natural number. Just like there are two numbers, then the last number is the sum of first two number, 1 plus 2 equal to 3, and here the last number 6 is 1 plus 2 plus 3. It means in the S49 the last number will be the sum of first 49 natural number, that is the 49 into 50 upon 2, n plus 1 upon 2. So you will have 49 into 25, that is 1225. It means in S50 the number will start from 1226 and 50 numbers up to 50 terms. Okay, so sum of these number will be the n by 2, means 50 upon 2, 2a, 2 into 1226 plus n minus 1, it means 49, 50 minus 1, 49 into d, that is 1. So this one will be the 50 upon 2, 2452 plus 49, that is 62,525. So sum of numbers in S50 will be the 62,525. Option A will be the correct answer. Paragraph 4, question number 48-49. It is saying that is a bucket and first lemon is 6 meter away and second lemon is 4 meter away from first lemon. It means it is 10 meter away from the bucket, each one having the distance of 4 meter. So it is a 14 meter, it is 18 meter, like this. So it is saying fifth lemon की डिस्टेंस आपके पास में बकेट से क्या है, सो द डिस्टेंस विल बी द A5 इक्वल टू 6 प्लस 5 minus 1 common difference is 4, that is 22. So the distance of fifth lemon is 22 meter. In question number 49, what is the total distance Ria runs to collect and return to the first two lemons? So first two lemons, first of all Ria runs for the first lemon, that is 6 meter away, and for the second lemon, that is 10 meter away. So फर्स्ट लेमन के लिए आपके पास में उसकी डिस्टेंस हो जाएगी 12 मीटर एंड सेकंड लेमन के लिए उसकी हो जाएगी 20 मीटर. सो टोटल द डिस्टेंस सी कवर दैट इज 32 मीटर. सो ऑप्शन बी विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. इन क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 मैच द कॉलम. इफ HCF ऑफ टू नंबर्स 108 and x is 12 and LCM is 24, then the value of x. So you know the HCF into LCM equal to product of number. So 108 into x equal to 12 into 324. So it is simplify with x equal to 36. So P is correct answer is second one. Q. If x equal to root 3 plus root 5, then x square plus 1. So x equal to root 3 plus root 5. So x square will be the 3 plus 5 plus 2 root 15. So x square plus 1 will be the 9 plus 2 root 15. So if it is a plus b root 15, so value of a equal to 9 and value of b equal to 2. So a plus b will be the 11. So Q's correct option is first 11. And R, the quadratic equation has real roots, then the sum of the cube of the roots equals 70, then k equals. It is saying that alpha q plus beta cube equal to 70, and from here alpha plus beta equal to 4 minus b upon a, that is 4. So we have to find value of k, that is alpha dot beta equal to k upon 1. So we have to find the value of alpha dot beta. So you know that alpha cube plus beta cube equal to alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta of alpha plus beta. So alpha cube plus beta cube equal to 70. Alpha plus beta whole cube, that is 64 minus 3 into alpha beta into alpha plus beta, that is 4. So it is 6 equal minus 12 alpha beta. So alpha dot beta equal to minus 1 upon 2. So minus 1 upon 2 equal to k. It means value of k is minus 1 upon 2. So R's correct answer is fourth one. As if alpha and beta are the root of the equation, then alpha square plus beta square. So from here alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a, that is 2 root 3, and alpha dot beta equal to c upon a, that is 4. We know that alpha square plus beta square equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So that is square of 2 root 3, that is 12 minus 8. 2 into alpha beta equal to 8. So you will have alpha square plus beta square equal to 4. So as correct answer is 3. So correct code will be the 2143. 2143. Option D will be the correct answer. आई होप आपका एग्जाम अच्छा रहा होगा, और आपको मैट्रिक्स ओलंपियाड से रिलेटेड अगर कोई अदर और इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए तो आप अमूब की वेबसाइट पर लॉगिन करके ट्रैक कर सकते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच.
Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix YouTube channel. If any student have any type of query or doubt in the answer key provided to you for Matrix Olympiad paper solutions, यानी कि अगर किसी विद्यार्थी को लगता है कि उसको जो आंसर की मैट्रिक्स ओलंपियाड पेपर की दी गई है या वीडियो सॉल्यूशंस में उसको डाउट लगता है कि इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर ये नहीं होना चाहिए था, कुछ और होना चाहिए था, तो इस स्थिति में आप अपनी क्वेरी को कुछ इस तरीके से हम तक पहुंचा सकते हैं. सबसे पहले आप मैट्रिक्स ओलंपियाड की वेबसाइट पर लॉगिन कीजिए. जैसे ही आप अपनी आईडी पे लॉगिन करेंगे तो लॉगिन करने के बाद जैसा आप स्क्रीन पे देख पा रहे हैं, आपको यहाँ लेफ्ट साइड में एक ऑप्शन मिलेगा, दैट इज आस्क ओलंपियाड डाउट्स. जैसे ही आप इस टैब पर क्लिक करेंगे वैसे ही यहाँ पर ऑप्शन आ जाएगा। इधर ऑप्शन में एग्जाम नेम रहेगा, लास्ट में यहाँ क्वेश्चंस लिखा है, आप क्वेश्चन पे क्लिक करेंगे तो नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन पे यहाँ पर आपको सब्जेक्ट वाइज सारे क्वेश्चंस शो हो जाएंगे विद द करेक्ट आंसर। अब मान लीजिए आपको किसी क्वेश्चन की आंसर की में या आंसर पे डाउट है, आपको क्वेरी रेज करनी है, तो आप यहाँ पर राइट साइड में आस्क का डाउट बटन है, इस पर क्लिक करेंगे। जैसे ही आप इस पर क्लिक करेंगे तो यहाँ एक और विंडो ओपन हो जाएगा। इस विंडो में आप यहाँ पर उस क्वेश्चन को भी देख सकते हैं क्लिक करके, या फिर यहाँ पर आप जो भी आपको डाउट है वो यहाँ पर टाइप कर सकते हैं और जैसे ही आप सबमिट क्वेश्चन करेंगे ये क्वेरी हम तक पहुंच जाएगी, जिसका जवाब हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स बहुत जल्द आप तक पहुंचा देंगे, जिसको आप इसी आईडी पर लॉगिन करके देख सकते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Hello student, welcome to the Matrix YouTube channel. We are here to discuss the solution of Matrix Olympiad paper of class 10th reasoning conducted on 26 October 2025. Hope you performed very well. So let's get started. So now here question number 51. So choose the correct alternative from given one that will complete the series. So series is 3, 21, 57, 129. After 129 next number is 273. After 273 next number is missing. So first find the pattern of given number series. So pattern find करेंगे 3 to 21. It means 3 multiply by 2 plus 15. 3 multiply by 2 it means 6 plus 15 it means 21. Then we get next term. Now 21 multiply by 2 it means 42 plus 15 it means 57. Now similarly 57 multiply by 2 it means 114 plus 15 it means 129. Similarly 129 multiply by 2 it means 258 plus 15 it means 273. Now similar 273 multiply by 2 it means 545 plus 15. 545 plus 15 it means 561. So here 561 is the next number of given number series. So it means option C is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So now next question is question number 52. So series is 1000, 759, 618, 545 and 514. After 514 next number is missing. So first find the pattern of given number series. So pattern find करेंगे. So first find the differences between term. So 1000 to 759 it means minus 241. 759 to 618 it means minus 141. 618 to 545 it means minus 73. 545 to 514 it means minus 31. Now find the differences between these differences. इन differences का भी differences find करेंगे. 241 to 141 it means plus 100. 141 to 73 it means plus 68. Minus 73 to minus 31 it means plus 42. इन differences का भी differences find करेंगे. 100 to 68 it means minus 32. 68 to 42 it means minus 26. So now pattern is पहले minus 32 हुआ, फिर minus 26 हुआ, अब minus 20 हो जाएगा. So 42 minus 20 it means plus 22. Now adding 22 in 31 minus 31 it means minus 9. So 514 minus 9 it means 505. So here 505 is the next number of given number series. So here option D is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So now next question is question number 53. Two persons A and B are standing at the same point. A walks 6 km towards east, turn right and walk 2 kilometer and then turns left and walk 4 kilometer. B walks 3 kilometer towards west, turn right and walks 7 kilometer, turns right once again and walks 13 kilometer. At what distance is A from B? Before starting this question, we should note that there are 4 types of main direction. This is north, this is east, this is south, and this is west. And there are 4 types of cardinal direction. This is northeast, this is southeast, this is southwest, and this is northwest. अब इस क्वेश्चन में A and B सेम पॉइंट से एक जर्नी स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. लेट्स सपोज दिस पॉइंट इज Q. Now A walks 6 kilometer towards east. A पहले 6 kilometer east. This is the east direction. 6 kilometer east direction में गया. And then turns right and walks 2 kilometer. And then turn right and walk for 2 kilometer. After this, he turns left and walks 4 kilometer. He turns his left and walks 4 किलोमीटर. और इसको मान लिया एंड नाउ हियर इज A. So this is the final point of A. Now B walks 3 kilometer towards west. Now B walks 3 kilometer towards, this is the west direction, and B walks 3 kilometer towards west and then turns his right and walks 7 kilometer and then turn his right and walk for 7 kilometer. Now after this he turns right and walks 13 kilometer and he turns right and walks for 13 kilometer. This, let's suppose this is the final point of B. Now here is B. B यहाँ पे है, A यहाँ पे. Now at what distance is A from B? So now find the distance between A and B. A and B. ये टोटल इस पॉइंट से इस पॉइंट की टोटल डिस्टेंस हो जाएगी 13, 4, 6 and 3. इट मीन्स टोटल 13. एंड इस पॉइंट से इस पॉइंट की डिस्टेंस भी है 13. सो इट मीन्स A and B आर ऑन द सेम स्ट्रेट लाइन. A की स्ट्रेट लाइन पर है A और B. नाउ फाइंड द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन A and B. सो A और B की डिस्टेंस हो जाएगी 7 plus 2. 7 plus 2 इट मीन्स 9 किलोमीटर. सो A और B के बीच की डिस्टेंस 9 किलोमीटर हो जाएगी. सो हेयर ऑप्शन D इज द करेक्ट आंसर. 9 kilometer is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So now next question is question number 54. A running clock is placed on a table in such a way that it is 9 p.m. The hour hand is pointing towards the north. If the clock remains in that position, in which direction will the minute hand be at 6 a.m.? एक क्लॉक है, क्लॉक के अंदर टाइम हो रहा है 9 o'clock. Now time is 9 o'clock and our hand shows the north direction. Our hand है north direction को show कर रही है. So now opposite of north known as south. North का opposite direction south and north के 90 degree clockwise होता है ईस्ट डायरेक्शन. सो दिस इज द ईस्ट डायरेक्शन और ईस्ट का अपोजिट होता है वेस्ट डायरेक्शन. सो दिस इज द वेस्ट डायरेक्शन. नाउ टाइम इज 6 o'clock. अब टाइम हो रहा है 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock पर जो मिनट हैंड है, दिस इज द मिनट हैंड. मिनट हैंड है वो कौन सी डायरेक्शन को शो कर रही है? मिनट हैंड है वो ईस्ट डायरेक्शन को शो कर रही है बिकॉज दिस इज द ईस्ट डायरेक्शन अकॉर्डिंग टू गिवन इंफॉर्मेशन. सो हेयर ऑप्शन ए ईस्ट इज द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन बिकॉज मिनट हैंड शोज द ईस्ट डायरेक्शन अकॉर्डिंग टू गिवन इंफॉर्मेशन एट 6 a.m. So here option A is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So now next question is question number 55. There is 6 person P, Q, R, S and T and U. T is older than no one. T is older than no one. It means T is the shortest person among them. T इन सब में से सबसे छोटा है. So and next information is S is older than P. S P से बड़ा है. And Q is younger than P. Q is younger than Q. P से छोटा है. Now U is older than T. U T से बड़ा है. But younger than Q. But U Q से छोटा है. सो सीक्वेंस हो जाएगी U से बड़ा Q, Q से बड़ा P एंड P से बड़ा S. एंड S इज ओल्डर देन R. S R से बड़ा है. S R से बड़ा है. Who is older than P? But R P से बड़ा है. So here is P. So first oldest is S. Second oldest R. Third oldest person is P. And fourth oldest is Q, and fifth oldest is U, and shortest person is T. So now question is, who is the third oldest among all? So P is the third oldest among them. So here option B is the correct answer because P is the third oldest among them. So here option B is the correct answer of this question. इन सब में से P third oldest होगा. Now next question is question number 56 in AQ. Mr. X is 14 from the front and Mr. Y is 17 from the end, while Mr. Z is exactly in between X and Mr. Y. If Mr. X is ahead of Mr. Y and there are 48% in the queue, how many persons are then between Mr. X and Mr. Z? in AQ there are total 48%. यहाँ पर total 48% है and Mr. X is ahead of Mr. Y. Mr. X Mr. Y से पहले है and position of Mr. X is 14 from the front and position of Mr. Y is 17 from the bottom. And Mr. Z is exactly in between Mr. X and Mr. Y. X and Y के exact mid में है Mr. Z. So first find the total number of mid person in between X and Y. So find the number of mid person in between X and Y. So इसके लिए फॉर्मूला हो जाएगा total minus position of X from the front plus position of Y from the bottom. So total है 48 minus position of X from the front is 14 plus position of Y from the bottom is 17. So 48 minus 14 plus 17 it means 31. It means 48 minus 31 it means 17. So X and Y के बीच में total 17% है. So X is exactly in between X and Y. So position of Z from the X is 17 plus 1 divided by 2. 17 plus 1 it means 18. 18 divided by 2 it means 9th. Z की X से पोजीशन 9th हो जाएगी और Z की Y से भी पोजीशन 9th ही हो जाएगी बिकॉज इन दोनों के एग्जैक्ट मिड में है. सो पोजीशन ऑफ Z फ्रॉम द X इज 9 एंड पोजीशन ऑफ Z फ्रॉम द Y इज ऑल्सो 9th. X और Z के बीच में कितने पर्सन होंगे? सो Z X से 9th पोजीशन पर है तो इट मीन्स X और Z के बीच में 8 पर्सन हो जाएंगे. सो हेयर option C is the correct answer of this question because there are 8% in between X and Z. So here option C is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So now next question is question number 57. A denotes divided by, B denotes plus, C denotes minus and D denotes multiply. Then which of the following is correct? So taking option A, according to option A, 24, A means divided by 6, B means plus, 10 is equals to 5. D means multiply by 6. C means minus 12. So using BODMAS rule in this equation, so first divide the numbers. So 24 divided by 6, it means 24 divided by 6, it means 4 plus 10. Now multiply the numbers. So first multiply the numbers. So 5 into 6, it means 30 minus 12. So value of LHS side is 4 plus 10, it means 14, and value of RHS side is 30 minus 12, it means 18. So value of LHS side is 14 and value of RHS side is 18. So 14 never equals to 18. So LHS और RHS side दोनों ही सेम नहीं है. So here option A is a incorrect option. Now taking option B. So according to option B, 108 C means minus 72 is equals to 78 C means minus 42. दोनों ही साइड को सोल्व करेंगे. सो 108 माइनस 72 इट मीन्स 36. सो LHS साइड की वैल्यू 36 आई है और RHS साइड की वैल्यू चेक करेंगे. 78 माइनस 42 इट मीन्स ऑल्सो 36. सो हेयर LHS इज इक्वल्स टू RHS. सो ऑप्शन बी के अंदर LHS साइड और RHS साइड दोनों ही तरफ की वैल्यू सेम है. सो हेयर ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन, because value of LHS side is 36 and value of RHS side is also 36. So here option B is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So now next question is question number 58. In this question, two statements are given followed by some conclusion. Study the following information carefully and answer the question accordingly. We have two statements. दो स्टेटमेंट दे रखे हैं. P is less than to F, F is less than equals to T, T is less than to V, V is equals to Q. Now statement second is S is greater than is equals to U, U is greater than to T. We have two conclusions. So according to conclusion first, F less than to S. Other you can say S is greater than to F. So S to F मूव करना है स्टेटमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग. सो S is greater than equals to U, U is greater than to T. So now T is greater than is equals to F and F is greater than to P. S U से बड़ा है, U T से बड़ा है, T F से बड़ा है, F P से बड़ा है. So S is definitely greater than to F according to given information. So here conclusion first is definitely true. Conclusion first definitely true होगा. Now according to conclusion second, T is greater than to P. T से P की तरफ मूव करना है. So T is greater than equals to F, F greater than to P. T F से बड़ा है, F P से बड़ा है, तो T डेफिनेटली P से भी बड़ा होगा. सो ये कंक्लूजन भी डेफिनेटली ट्रू है. सो हेयर बोथ कंक्लूजन फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड फॉलो इज द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. सो इट मीन्स ऑप्शन डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. So now next question is question number 59. A question is followed by two statement number first and second. You have to decide whether the data provided in the statement are sufficient to answer the question. Read both the statement and select the most appropriate answer. So now question is 5 boxes W, V, W, X, Y and Z have different weights. Which box among them is the second heaviest? So now question is find the second heaviest बॉक्स. दूसरा सबसे भारी बॉक्स आपको फाइंड करना है. सो वी हैव टू स्टेटमेंट्स फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. सो फर्स्ट टेकिंग बोथ स्टेटमेंट सेपरेटली. सो नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू स्टेटमेंट फर्स्ट, y is heavier than only W. There are 5 boxes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and y is heavier than only W. Y is heavier than only W. It means y is the fourth heaviest box and W is the 5th heaviest box, and only 3 boxes are lighter than Z. So it means Z is the second highest box, क्योंकि इसके नीचे 3 बॉक्स बचते हैं और 3 बॉक्स ही लाइटर होंगे कब, जब Z सेकंड हेवीएस्ट होगा तब. सो स्टेटमेंट फर्स्ट इज अलोन is sufficient to answer the question, because question is second heaviest box. So Z is the second heaviest box according to statement first. So here statement first alone is sufficient to answer the question is the correct answer of this question. Statement second को भी verify कर लेते हैं. Statements according to statement second, X is heavier than W. X is heavier than to W. Now X is heavier than V. X is heavier than V. अब V और W में से ये नहीं पता कि इनमें से कौन हैवी है, और X हो सकता है X सबसे हैवीएस्ट हो, या फिर हो सकता है X सेकंड पे भी हो सकता है X थर्ड पे भी हो सकता है. सो स्टेटमेंट सेकंड is not sufficient to answer the given question. So here the statement first alone is sufficient to answer the given question is the correct answer of this question. So here option A is the correct answer of this question. Let's move on to the next question. So now next question is question number 60. A, B, C and D are 4 students. They are studying in 4 different cities, P, Q, R, S. Not necessarily in that order. They are studying in science college, arts college, commerce college and engineering college. Not necessarily in that order, which are situated in 4 different states, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Assam and Kerala. Not necessarily in that order. Further, it is given that, so according to given question, there are 4 states, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Assam and Kerala. Now information. So now first information is D is study in Assam. So Assam में D study कर रहा है. And second information is Arts College is located in city S, which is in Rajasthan. So राजस्थान में Arts College है और वो एस सिटी के अंदर है. नाउ थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज ए इज स्टडी इन कॉमर्स कॉलेज. ए कॉमर्स कॉलेज के अंदर स्टडी कर रहा है. इसका मतलब ये हो गया ए असम में भी स्टडी नहीं कर रहा है, ए राजस्थान में भी स्टडी नहीं कर रहा है, क्योंकि राजस्थान में आर्ट्स कॉलेज है और ए कॉमर्स कॉलेज में है. तो ए राजस्थान में भी नहीं स्टडी कर रहा है और असम में भी नहीं कर रहा है, क्योंकि असम में ऑलरेडी डी स्टडी कर रहा है. नाउ नेक्स्ट इंफॉर्मेशन इज बी इज स्टडी इन सिटी क्यू. बी सिटी क्यू के अंदर स्टडी कर रहा है. अब सिटी क्यू केरल के अंदर भी हो सकती है और गुजरात के अंदर भी हो सकती है. नाउ इंफॉर्मेशन नंबर 5, साइंस कॉलेज इज लोकेटेड इन केरला. केरल के अंदर साइंस कॉलेज है. सो इट मीन्स ए केरल के अंदर भी स्टडी नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि ए केरल के अंदर साइंस कॉलेज है. ए राजस्थान के अंदर भी नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि राजस्थान के अंदर आर्ट्स कॉलेज है. ए असम के अंदर भी नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि असम में ऑलरेडी डी स्टडी कर रहा है. सो ए गुजरात के अंदर स्टडी कर रहा है. सो एक ही रिमेनिंग स्टेट बचता है, वो है गुजरात. सो ए गुजरात के अंदर स्टडी कर रहा है. सो नाउ क्वेश्चन इज ए इज स्टडी इन. सो हेयर बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. ए गुजरात के अंदर स्टडी कर रहा है. सो हेयर बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. So we have completed the paper solution. We hope you have understood it very well. If you have any query or doubt regarding the paper solution, so please log in the Matrix Olympiad website and click Ask the Doubt option and write your doubt there. And all kind of new information will be shared on this YouTube channel. So subscribe the channel for more updates, and you can also get the new updates on our WhatsApp channel. You can join the Matrix WhatsApp channel for new updates regarding the Olympiad and other information. To join, click on the links provided in the description box. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great time.